Hi, this is Roger, and I want to show you how to install the puck from Grass Monkey Simulations and how to get it up and running. The puck is an IR tracker. It takes one AA battery. If you use an alkaline AA battery, you're looking at about 80 hours of battery life. A very sturdy design, very tactile on-off switch. You'll never be confused about whether you have it on and off like you would with, say, a push button. It's going to come with Velcro strips so that you can attach it either to your headphones. If you don't like wearing headphones, you'll also get a headband. I've already got the Velcro attached to these. Now the next thing you'll want to do after you set up your head tracker and get your battery installed is download the software, which is the driver for your camera so that it will work with the head tracker, and the mount for the camera. Now I've already downloaded the drivers. We'll install the camera driver first. Just click yes. The links will be in the description for the driver and the software for OpenTrack. We'll click finish. Now you're going to have an icon on your desktop and also an icon in your under your programs. It's not really necessary to do this section right here because you can also do it from within OpenTrack, but I'll show you anyway. Okay, I got an error. The reason I got an error is because if I look under devices, it's picked up my webcam. So under devices, I want to switch that to PS3i. Then I'll go to options and we'll click on the video capture filter, and everything is wrong here, so we'll uncheck all these boxes. You'll take your gain slider and go all the way to the left. Exposure needs to be all the way to the right. If your rig is in a room that has no interference from natural light outside, you can take these sliders and take them all the way to the right. If you're like me and you have natural light through windows where the sun's IR rays can come through, then that might cause you a problem. And if so, you can go with the settings I use and set your sliders here to make it less sensitive to IR from ambient light coming in from outside. Click apply, click OK. Alright, we're done there. Now let's install OpenTrack. I selected yes to install a desktop icon. We're going to go ahead and launch it, and once it's launched, we want to make sure in our drop down menus under input that point tracker 1.1 selected, under output free track is selected, and then under the filter Excella is selected. Then next to your point tracker drop down, there's a little hammer. Click on that. Make sure that your device says PS3i. Your width is 640. Your height will be 480. FPS will be 75. Your diagonal field of view is 56. Your dynamic pose timeout will be 250. And color channels used at natural. Now, these settings down here, there's lots of different ways to do this. Mine is set up to limit interference from outside light because, again, of the windows. So I have my threshold set at 125, I think. Yep, there it is, 125. That works best for me, so that on sunny day, even though I have blinds, IR will come in through those as well. All right, we're done here. So now we'll start. I'll reach up, turn on the tracker, and that's terrible. So let's see what's going on there. Somehow my exposure. Alright, so we'll put that back over where it belongs, all the way to the right. And there. So go back and recheck your settings, because you saw it just happened to me. I had the sliders set where they needed to be, and then when I started the program, one of the sliders was not where it was supposed to be, and it would have been easy to overlook that and think the unit was broken because I knew that I set it correctly, but it changed. Alright, well, this isn't right, obviously, so we're going to have to do some things here in order to get the program working properly. Click on Options. Under your shortcuts, this is the most important one. Center. I have mine set to Shift F9. You can put any key combination that you want. So at Shift F9, I'll get my natural seated position. I'll hit Shift F9, and now that centers. So now the screen reflects my actions when I move my head. You may not get that because I've already calibrated mine, so I'm going to show you how to calibrate. We'll go to Camera, click on the model, make sure that your figures reflect this: 35, 40, 75, and 75. Now you're almost done. All we need to do now is calibrate the software to your particular model, and we'll click on Start Count, and the program has to be running or this will be grayed out. So we'll start the calibration, move right and left several times, and then up and down. You don't want to roll your head. You just up and down and left and right. Up. Okay. We'll stop calibration. It says we have 95 samples and anything over 30 is good. Now I'll recenter. That's good. Minimize. And fire up IL2 Star Move at Cliffs of Dover and see what it looks like in game. Okay, I've opened the cockpit. I'm in the game. I'm going to go ahead and recenter again. And this is it. This is what it's like to be able to track your enemy without having to try to keep up with buttons on a hat switch, key commands. course, I'm just flying around right now, but it's working. I can scrunch down, look around inside the cockpit. I can raise up, look over the cowling. I can lean outside. Okay, so everything seems to be working well there. But I already have my mapping set up the way to my preferences. So let's go over mapping. If you left click on these lines, there, you'll get a point that you can drag around and set and adjust. To get rid of that, you right click. So you grab the points and drag them. But you're not likely to be very happy with the default settings. So I'm going to show you my settings, which will give you a good starting point, and then you can customize to suit yourself. These are my settings for the yaw, pitch, roll, and then we have their x-axis settings, y-axis settings, and the z-axis settings. And once I get those where you want them, just click OK. And then if you're ready to go back to flying or driving or your first person shooter set like Arma 3, just minimize the window and start your program and you'll be good to go. And remember, the links for the download to CLI, the driver, and OpenTrack, which are two things you will need, are down below in the description. And thank you.